The PoPolitickin show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.
PoPolitickin.com.
Yo, this Mellah Nix, the intergalactic nerd, space rap general, and I'm on PoPolitickin with my man Mr. Po. You already know.
Yo, this is my focal point. Rock with it, drop with it. Now let your head bop. Now let your head bop. Rock with it, drop with it. Now let your head bop. Now let your head bop. Rock with it, drop with it. Now let your head bop. Now let your head bop. We rockin' with it, you droppin' with it. Nerd life, I'm reppin' nerd life. I'm reppin' nerd life, I'm reppin' nerd life. This what my life like, this what my life like.
Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Cause it's for starters, I'm out your marching, out your market. I'm out here, out of body experience. I'm seeing clearer, PBs and a budget. My focus on how we cut this pass open and eruption. I be god dog if I'm stuck here. Sky surfing minus the leer in the AC cooling, getting funky like some woolly self-taught from past mistakes. And cats can't wait, most anticipated. I flow creative, never constipated. Can you relate? Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. I ate cause I'm plating outer space, so I'm overlooked. Show stunner, I'm overbooked. Ollie off a trap, I'm over crooks. Back to the wall, now it's back to my drones. They all like I'm so gnarly, throwing TPs, no potty. By my lonely nobody, they telling me to focus on a hot song, so I call this one hot dog, green relish, mustard sauce. I left the streets, it is what it is. Grown man, never growing up, man flash, yes, I'm blowing up. Internet base, shout to Lil B and Zoe Dollars. Adventures of Hollis, my day shift ways. God dancers, DMing me, never pretentious, lyrically stupendous. Screw a title, C4 blows the way I ended. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe. Checking what my life is like, what my vibe is like. Separating cause I'm going high, rolling with my own vibe.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you download our app on iTunes. Now politic with my homie Mellah Nix. That's how you say your name? I said it right?
Mellah. Yeah, it's Mellah Nix.
So what does that mean? That's a unique name.
It actually comes from Mellah was the place where the Turkish Muslims let the Jews live. El is another name for God. Nick means victory for the people in Greek. So it's basically God's victory.
All right, that's what's up. And then on I was looking on your social media. On some of it had like a Mellah Nix the nerd. So
Yeah, the intergalactic nerd. Yeah, I'm always in space. I'm always in space, and I love science. So things always build and things are destroyed. So life is always continuous.
And then okay, so you're describing yourself a little bit. So if anyone asks you like, who are you? How would you describe yourself as a person?
Eccentric, introverted, and eccentric.
What you mean by that?
Introverts are really into their thoughts and themselves, and an eccentric person is off the wall. Like they do out of the ordinary.
All right.
You know, like me with the green hair and the Pikachu outfit, but I'm always in my own world. So,
all right. And what's your hometown?
Originally, Markham, Illinois.
All right. So where you at now?
I'm in Atlanta.
So how you like it out there?
I love it. I love it. I can't even complain. I love it.
All right.
Love it.
So talk about your background a little bit. Let us know how you got involved with music. How long you been doing it?
Well, my grandfather was a blues man. My mother was murdered. My grandfather and grandmother took me in. Me and my siblings. My uncle used to play a lot of old school hip hop, and so it just grew on me. You know, I was always artistic, and plus I used to cipher with my granddaddy, as I would like to say. He played the guitar, and I sing along with him. And then it just grew, and I started listening to rap music, and I said, how do they do that? So I started repeating their lyrics, and then one thing led to another. I started writing my own, and then I just found myself, and here I am.
And then who are some of your influences?
Musically?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, from blues to classic rock to like Jim Morrison to Janis Joplin to hip-hop. Anywhere from Rakim all the way down to Killer Bees, Killer Army, all the way to Danny Brown, Dash Racist. The list goes on, man. Anything you normally don't hear blasting out somebody's car. So
who's your top 5 in hip hop right now?
I'm not really in tune with what's going on now, but I will say Danny Brown, Absol. I'll throw Kendrick in there. I got 2 more. Jadakiss, of course. And last but not least would have to be, I haven't checked out his whole discography, but I say Dave East.
All right. And how would you describe your style?
Space rap.
So what you mean by that? Space rap.
Space rap, I create through energy. Like, me and beats have conversations. I'm also a visual artist, so I hallucinate naturally. So, like, if I see something in the wall, I'll draw it. Or if I hear something while I'm writing to a beat, or I hear something in the beat, me and that will have a conversation. So it's just me gathering the energy from the cosmos or whatever, and I rap it out.
So what do you mean? Talk about that a little bit more when you say you talk to the beat.
Like, if I hear a beat, the beat me and the beat have a conversation. You know, so what happens is, like, I'll hear a beat, like, say, for instance, somebody throws me an instrumental. I'll listen to it, and I'll get something from it. Like, I can hear it telling me, like, yo, this is what this should be about. Or it had hit an emotion. This is what this should be about. So I'll get introverted into myself, and then somehow, like, the energy will come and be like, yo, you should talk about this on this way. Or you should try this way. And that's how they come out.
All right.
And the funny thing is, like, when I send my music out to get reviewed, I've gotten so many comparisons, wordplay wise, to like Kool Keith, to Riff Raff. They said the last mixtape, KRT, Kaiju Random Technique, the production sound was like MF Doom's first couple of albums. And not for nothing, those are like 3 people I admire or look up to in a sense.
I said you remind me of Lil B. So do you hear any of that? I hear like some Lil
Yo, I can't believe that. Like 5 years ago, not for nothing, I would look at what he was doing and say, like, damn, how does he do that? Because I know he can rap, but I remember him from the pack, and I say he doesn't rap off beat. This is something he's doing for marketing. But I looked at him and I was like, damn, here this kid is off beat and touring, and he has a cult following. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So it really got me into looking at music as an artist from an artistic standpoint. Like, I don't have to be, it basically confirms something. I don't have to do what everybody else is doing.
All right. So why should anybody, like, they just not hearing about you, why should they follow you on your musical journey?
Why?
Yep.
Because it teaches them that conformity is not cool. And two, that you can do what I'm doing and make it and be even better at it. So it's all about growth to me. Like, at the end of the day, I don't care about the money. I just care about, you know, people not conforming and not being programmed. And I feel like humankind is like cattle. We're being programmed to something for somebody. And that's not what Mellah Nix and his brand is about. So that's why they should. For freedom.
And then what would be the first song you want somebody to hear from you?
First song, $7.40 is about minimum wage. Something that can is relatable. I mean, like, a lot of times nowadays in music, we can't really relate to what's going on because a lot of people have these high-end tastes and everybody's not there. But we're all trying to live like it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Then what are some of your current projects you're working on right now?
Right now, to be honest, I have an EP I'm working on. It's done. It's either Love Me or Leave Me Alone. I have a mixtape that's done. It's Nerd English 700. I have another mixtape that's in the works, Alien Lesbian Sex Theory. And then I have another EP that I'm working on titled Sebastian the Frog Prince. So I'm like full up to work for the rest of this year. I don't really have to do nothing but, you know, put it out.
And what are some of your interests outside of making music?
Art. Art, and just basically staying away from BS. You know, that's about it.
So what do you mean by staying away from BS?
Bullshit, shit that has nothing to do with my cipher. Pardon my language. Nothing to do with my cipher.
No, it's all good. So do you believe in, like, the law of attraction?
Of course.
So,
what you put out, what you get.
So what about it? How do you feel about that with music and everything?
Like, I make sure that I don't put nothing out as far as death, me talking about me dying or killing or anything, because believe it or not, if you mislead somebody with what you're doing, that karma can come back and mislead you or somebody close to you. I understand at the end of the day, everybody wants to eat, but how much money do we really need? Like, I mean, to be honest, a lot of people say you can never have too much, but what is too much? What is, so I'm just careful not to give into those 7 deadly sins. You know what I'm saying? I try not to.
And since you're a nerd, what are some of your favorite books?
Right now I'm reading Training the Samurai Mind, a Bushido handbook, and a guide to Bushido, The Secret. I'm really into, like, science fiction and comic books more than anything. I'll read history books. One I read some years ago was about a doctor who grew up in Tanzania in Africa around a tribe of cannibals, and he became a doctor. His father was a doctor, and he became a doctor, and he helped the people in that town or that village. And the story was just so amazing how he took his love of science and helped a group of people. You know what I'm saying? So I was reading that when I was dumb young, but that's the type of stuff I read.
All right. Now, what would you say the key to success is?
The key to success? Good question. I would say focus and follow your dream. But then again, we here in the West associate success with monetary value, and it's not always monetary. So it's whatever you feel success is. If you're an alcoholic, you stop drinking for a month, you become successful in that aspect. That can open up many doors for you. So it's just whatever you find your love in and your passion in, and you keep going at it.
And where do you see your career 5 years from now?
5 years. touring. That's my main goal. Touring, hitting festival circuits. You know, I don't really want to deal with mainstream anything. I just want to tour and do circuits and festivals and, you know, art shows and shit like that.
Why you don't want to do mainstream?
It's not. I'll leave that for people who want it. I'm not really. What can I say? I'm not really into. I'm not really into the hype. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, it happens. But that's not where I want to go.
All right. So if you had to pick one, money, fame, or love, which one you gonna pick?
Love.
And why is that?
Because love is all, and if you give it out, you will get it back. So the money and the fame is going to be there. But if you have love for what you do and your vision, that's going to come regardless. Something Drake said, and I listened to him. He said in the interview, I don't focus on the final result, because once you get to the final result, then you might feel like, oh, I completed that. That's it. I keep going. So I don't focus on the money and the fame. I focus on what I need to do to get there and how to put myself in a position mentally, spiritually, and physically to be able to handle that responsibility. So.
And then what advice would you give to new artists?
Do you. Everybody can't be Drake. Everybody can't be gangsta. Everybody can't do this. And also have a plan B or C in case it doesn't work out. And what I mean by that, if your $1 million dream doesn't happen, that doesn't mean you can't still have your dream and do your own thing musically and still do something else.
What's up? And then do you think social media is important?
Yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, you got people like Cardi B and various other acts who've gotten these careers from social media. So it's important to post and do those things. And it's good to keep an open mind and look at what others are doing that are in your field and learn from them and grow, you know. So like, just like with you, somehow I came across your page. I was like, dude, who is this guy? Like, and I'm looking at rappers. I'm like, dang, they got big numbers. So I reached out to you. So look what happened.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to your fans, people that have been supporting your career so far?
Thank you. All the random people I've been running into on Twitter. Thank you so much. I want to shout everybody out that's tuned in to Mellah Nix 777 on IG. Thank you so much. And just keep it up. Nerd English 700 coming soon. And either love me or leave me alone coming.
All right, bro. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Mm-hmm.
You had anything else you want to talk about, or are we good?
What's it like on the West Coast?
Women, weed, and weather, man.
Really?
Women, weed, and weather. Yeah, I'm in San Diego, so yeah, it's wonderful out here, man.
What's your music scene like out there?
I mean, I'm in San Diego. As far as San Diego, it's like Mitchie Slick, then Ryan Anthony, then Nick Cannon. You know Nick Cannon from San Diego.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he's from San Diego. So, but the main, I would say Wrong Kind, Mitchie Slick, but that's kind of like gangster rap. But we really don't have like a big scene out here because like where I'm from is kind of like a tourist city and it's military. So it's like it's too blended. So it's, you know, we don't have like, I think the last like big artist, like I said, the last big artist pretty much Mitchie Slick. Then I think before him it was J.O. Felony, if you remember him.
Yeah. Dang.
PoPolitickin.com.
Thanks for listening to PoPolitickin.com, a self-help meets hip-hop brand. If you are an artist or business owner wanting to be featured on PoPolitickin.com, contact us at PoPolitickin@gmail.com. That's PoPolitickin@gmail.com or text 760-717-5803. If you're a listener that enjoys the show and wants to support, you can donate to PoPolitickin.com via PayPal.com. Please send donations to PoPolitickin@gmail.com. Any amount will be helpful in continuing to create quality content and shows. As always, check out PoPolitickin.com for past episodes. Make sure you subscribe to PoPolitickin on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play.